What's up, guys? Welcome to Real Beats. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some realistic grooves with your guitars. If you end up enjoying the video, make sure you do hit that sub button and turn post on so you don't miss a video. Let's hop into it. All right, so now what I want to do is just show you the method and how to actually use it. So 110 BPM, something a little slower, just easier to kind of listen to. And then we can use, let's do A minor because it's all the white notes. Okay, so let's go in here, and the only thing that you need to know is what grids to use, and then I'll show you kind of how to use those grids. So we don't use the half or 1/4 beat grids. These are robotic sounds. Now you can use these with guitar melodies, right? But a lot of them don't really use this grid necessarily, okay? They may land on some, but a lot of times it's not the actual like rhythm it's using. So what you want to use is the 1/6 beat grid. Okay, you can use a 1/3 beat, but I'm gonna explain why I don't like using this one. If you can remember the placements, then yeah, but 1/6 or 1/3 step. I don't use 1/3 step because it's a little too complicated. It's like way too many small notes. So we're gonna do the 1/6. Okay, and what you want to do is pretty much place it where the 1/3 beat would be, but there's other steps. Okay, so 1/6. What you want to do is slide your notes in between, somewhere in between. It doesn't need to be perfect, but somewhere in between, kind of like in the middle of these notes. So that works both ways, and that is how you actually get like a realistic guitar groove with these midis. Okay, so if you had like make a chord real quick. Okay, so you put it here, but you will either slide it back like this or forward. Okay, these are way too loud. Okay, or you can slide it up. All right, I kind of like that one better, right? So that's pretty much how you do it. So what I want to do now is actually show you how to make a melody with it, because this isn't really saying much. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so this is the guitar we're using right here. Okay, so let's go in here, and I'm gonna quantize this. And keep in mind, you can do it however you want. I'm just giving you a method to make it sound realistic, and then from there, if you want to go on the grid, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So what we're gonna do is I kind of want to make like a little strum, so I'm gonna put it in between, right? And if you want to use a 1/3 step, I guess you could put it on, but I still don't like the way that sounds, so I like scroll it. Oops. And just kind of, and I'm gonna take this whole thing and just offset it slightly. Okay, and then we can probably throw this in right here, and then let's shorten these up. I'm gonna bring this C in. I'm gonna kind of strum these two together like that. Let's bring this one in. Let's just put this in the same spot. We could probably offset that. And let's take this high note, make a chord this way, and then we can bring it over. Okay, let's see. Okay, I really like that. And let's drag this one all the way until it gets there. Right, you can see now we have a realistic groove, right? Just by using those tricks. You can see it's not exact, like you don't have to have it exactly in the middle, right? So I'm gonna take this top half and just pull them up. Okay, and it's pretty simple. And let's just pull these over. We don't gotta spend a lot of time. And then I guess we could just, if you have key switches, you can add those. So like you see they have noises, so you can just throw like a noise in or two. Let's go back to this, and then let's combo that with like one of these things up here. And this is extra. If you don't have a VST with these, don't worry about it. copy these over, and I'm changing the grid to 1/2 so we can get it perfect where it's supposed to be. And then we can literally just take this baseline and go up. We could just actually go on the grid right here. It's not that big of a deal. There we go. All right, see, that's the problem with realistic VST. Sometimes they don't play. So that is our melody, and we could do one more, but do it with chords. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now we're just gonna kind of do this with some chords. Now I'm gonna keep this very, very basic because I already kind of showed you what I wanted. So we can take this. Okay, it's the same guitar. All right, same guitar here. Let's copy this in, and let's just delete this stuff. And it's pretty much the same thing, except now you're going to kind of strum these. There are other methods, but I want to keep this very simple because I feel like we already kind of did a lot. Let's take this middle note, pull it up, and we can kind of make a melody. Then make a chord backwards like that. Kind of put it in that little spot right there. Let's see. Oops, let's offset this. Get that, okay. I kind of want same spot right here. Make a chord backwards, just like so. And then you could just use shift and the scroll wheel to kind of mess around with the placements. All right, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I think that's good enough. Make sure we got no stuff here. And we can just copy this over. It doesn't need to be perfect all the time. Okay, obviously, if you want to, you can spend way more time and make it like sound really perfect the way you want. Pull that up, and then we have our chords. Now let's add one of these in there. And then we can hear it one time. All right, so now let's go ahead and do the bass. It should be very simple because it's just a basic version of all of this. All right, so lastly, we're gonna do the bass, and this is the bass that I'm using. So we're gonna copy this bass line. Okay. And then pretty much the same thing, right? Except, well, let's listen. Okay. So right here, now you can go on the grid. There's nothing wrong with going on the grid, but since everything is offset, it may sound like it's too early. Right, so remember our trick, kind of like in between, doesn't need to be perfect. And for some reason, that feels like it has like more groove to it, right? It's kind of weird. So if we put this in the same spot, we could do like a little tap there. Maybe something like this. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay, I think that is good. Put that right there. All right, so I'm gonna play it one last time. It needs some mixing for sure, but I think we get the point, so. All right, and that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.